What's up? Kilo, MaddenStudents.com. Bringing you guys some gameplay. I'm Washington State University. My opponent is Auburn. Um, this is actually like a really good matchup because usually like people don't show any mercy when I pick Washington State. For the most part, they're just like fuck it and pick like a top tier ranked team anyway. So for this guy to at least drop down to an A minus team against my C plus team, it was greatly appreciated. I love Washington State's offense. The quarterback gets on my nerves sometimes, but they do have probably the best receiver in the game in Marquise Wilson, and the rest of the receiving core is pretty decent too. Um, the quarterback's name is Tool, kind of ironic, but he's rated well, but he makes you very very upset over the course of the game. Um, in any event, uh, the defense is the problem for me with this team. Unfortunately, like I can very rarely stop anyone. Um, the tackling is just an issue, even if everything's conservative, it's still an issue. So it's very hard to get a flow going on defense with this team. But we do what we can do. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this gameplay. In other news, we will be hosting regular NCAA tournaments, and also there is a C Team Dynasty in which I have Washington State. So I'll probably be posting those games. Actually, you know what? Let me not commit to that. I won't be posting those games. Just because I already know I'm fucking horrible at like remembering to do gameplay commentaries and shit. So let's just act like I didn't say that. Um, in any event, the gun spread scheme will be coming out pretty soon, guys. That's gonna be the next video I do after I get this one out. And in this one, basically, what I want to talk about is the EA servers for this game. Um, I mean, my online record is absolutely atrocious. I think I'm like basically like 500, and it's not really from being like beat, like I'm getting beat badly by people or anything like that. But I drop out of a lot of games, and the ones that I'm winning that I drop out of, those don't count for shit. And if I happen to be losing, even if it's only by like a field goal, touchdown, whatever, when I drop out, I get the loss for those. So the I think my DNF is like almost 30%. It's really really bad for me for some reason. It's kind of ironic actually because I mean on my personal account, um, I don't have the issue. Like I don't drop out on that one. Um, but for some reason on this account, on the SOG Kilo account, I just drop out of like constantly dropping out of games. I don't really understand it, but I mean, fuck it. It is what it is. On offense here, you guys can see, we're running the single back bunch, basing it off of the corner strike play, and then just building off of it to create a complete scheme. Recently had somebody post on that video that the play was garbage and blah 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 blah. Your typical YouTube defensive coordinator shit. I'm supposed to play that kid, but because of my connection issues, I haven't even bothered to send it to him. Because I already see where that's going. You know what I mean? Like, God forbid he be up 3 points and then I lose my connection. He's going to say I DC'd him or something. So, just going to leave that alone for the time being until I figure out what's going on with my connection. But, I mean, you see we're running, a whole scheme based off of it. Not just the corner strike play. And I think that's what people really fail to realize when they start commenting on these YouTube videos. You know what I mean? If you see something on YouTube and it's in video, it's slowed down, you see it 7 times over again, you better know what defense stops that play. But what people fail to realize is that, just like they can make adjustments, the offense makes adjustments also. And because the offense knows what they're doing, it's actually a lot easier for the offense to adjust than it is for the defense. So when a whole scheme comes around, that one play that you have to stop corner strike, that might not be just the play that you need to run. You know what I mean? You might need to figure out some other shit too. And then when you figure out other shit, guessing, that I'm doing something different, that might be the play you get hit with corner strike. So I think really when people read this YouTube stuff, they just don't really take into consideration how a complete scheme works. And, they just want to, as Packy would say, shake their big dick around and act like a tough guy. You know what I mean? Um, act like their game is God and, oh my goodness, I could shut that play down. Well, congratulations, you fucking short bus retard. You can shut that play down. um, so anyway, we ran the scheme. I mean, you can see. I mean, aside from like bad throws, I mean, I might have had a bad decision here or there, but you can see pretty much move down the field at with ease. And we're running with a team that's not really the greatest team on the planet. I mean, they have Wilson. That's about it, though. They don't really have a whole hell of a lot of other players on this team. They're going to make you stand up and say, "Wow, he's awesome." Wilson is great though. If you can get him the ball, he's a monster. He's like 6'4", 95 speed, 98 acceleration, 98 route running, 98 spec catch. I mean, he's a beast. I think the only thing that's low on him is his acceleration is like in the 80s, and what else? There's something else that was low on him too, but I forget what it is now. Oh, his jumping. His jumping is only like in the 80s. So 6'4", but not the greatest jumper in the world. So maybe he's not the best receiver. As you can see, my opponent's pretty much moving the ball on me pretty well too. I've had him in some situations where I feel like I should have stopped him, but we missed a tackle or whatever the case may be, and he was just able to break out for some good yards. So I mean, that's kind of the curse of this defense. This defense is not a very good tackling defense. It's not a very fast defense. I think there's like two good players on the defense: the DN, one of the DNs, and then one of the corners. The DN that just hit the quarterback actually is the good one. And then I think the cornerback's number is like 2 or 6 or something like that. I think it's 2. Those are the only really good players on the defense, though. Everybody else is like fucking dirt slow and really not even worth using. Right there, I knew he was going to throw the corner. I tried to get to it, but for some reason I just couldn't. Still don't have user 100% down in this game. It's almost like you can't catch the ball and be running towards it at the same time. Seems to be the secret is to just not touch anything but click on and then hit the catch button. So I'm trying to get better at that, but it's a hard habit to break from Madden. Like directing your receivers to the circle and DBs and so on and so forth. So it's going to take some time, I think. I'm hoping that Madden's user is a little more reasonable in that regard. I mean, I really don't think like moving your player towards the circle and being able to press the catch button at the same time is like out of the question. I don't, you know what I mean? I don't really think that's too much to ask for. We'll see what happens though. I mean, if it stays this way, it stays this way, and just have to get used to it. So that's the plan. Um, but as you guys can see, again, I was on that corner route, couldn't quite get to it, and he's just moving the ball down. So he's definitely putting a little bit of offense together. Starting to catch on to tendencies though. He seems to be running the same plays from the same formation. And they're all different formations. So when he audibles to a certain formation, I kind of have a good idea of what he's running. So hopefully we can, capitalize on that going into the next offensive drive. And in the meantime, obviously, we don't want to be stopped on offense because that would just completely fuck up what we're trying to do. Um, the Washington State team is definitely one that's fun to play with, but boy, do you get mad. That touchdown right there, I couldn't even believe he caught that. That was a great pass lead he had. Great pass lead. So, and I'm sorry, I think I might have cut some of the plays off with these transition guys. So, like, I mean, if the plays are ending a little too quickly for you to, really see what happened, I apologize. I got really excited with the transitions and then never thought to go back and look and see if, in fact, they were good where they were at. So, the end of the first quarter, he's got a 7-point lead on me. Definitely doing his thing. And I'm back on the bunch scheme. Basically just running single back bunch. This really isn't even like a primary scheme of mine. I think I only ran this as a matter of fact just because that kid was talking shit on the video that night, the night that I played this game. So it was fresh on my mind, so I decided to run it. But not even really like a top tier scheme in my opinion. Top tier for me, not top tier in general, because I'm far from top tier. But um, probably not my best scheme, is I guess what I'm getting at. One sub that actually reminds me. One substitution you want to make when you play with Washington State, if you ever play with Washington State, put the second tight end in the first spot because he's actually faster, catches better. He pretty much does everything better but block. And if you're running the ball a lot with Washington State, you probably don't have a really good grasp on the game. Um, because this just is not a running team. You know what I mean? They're not. They're an air raid style passing team, so they have the personnel for that. And if you play with them, I mean, not necessarily saying you have to run air raid, but you want to throw the ball. Um, you know what I mean? You definitely want to throw the ball with them. Mix in a draw here or there, mix in an occasional run, but for the most part, you want to be throwing. The receiving core is too good not to. Their quarterback, like I said, supposed to be good, but he's a little lackluster. Might make you regret that, and that's very possible. Um, Also, too, one thing I want to mention. I mean, if you see the defensive back playing off, like he was on the left on that play, you want to throw any of those guys on a curl where the defensive back is playing back off of them. That's pretty much like an automatic read at the line of scrimmage. If you see how he comes up, so I don't necessarily want the curl when he comes up. I'll throw him on a fade or something so he gets a good release off the line. But the curl is like automatic when they're backed off. It's pretty much going to be completed 90% of the time to the back shoulder. So you pass lead outside towards the sidelines, and they're going to get that ball more times than not. Right there, I got super lucky because that was definitely not a first down. I was probably like maybe a couple inches short. Went out before the marker though, but I got lucky. EA took pity upon me. They gave me the first down, so we definitely got to make it work now. Uh, I think on this play we put him on the curl, throw a back shoulder. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much going to happen every time if you see somebody backed up, guys. You don't have to create some crazy wild scheme. I mean that's just a simple at the line read. Corners backed off, throw the man on a curl, throw it back shoulder, um, and you're going to complete it. Man zone, whatever. Because ironically, like the purples are actually worse this year than they were in Madden 12. Now, not only do they, not get all the way to the sideline, but they also don't cover a curl. Which I mean, at least in Madden they covered the curl, you know. But because you can pass lead to the outside on the curls now, like a lot to the outside, um, they just don't even get close to it. It's pretty easy to throw around them. So anytime you see that, just put them on the curl, call it a day. I think here we run. Oh yeah, we ran verticals. All right, good call. And you can see on defense, I'm pretty much just running two-man under fag D, two purples and a spy. And unfortunately, if you see your opponent passing, that's a pretty damn good defense. It shouldn't be, but for some reason, that's just how you play the game this year, I guess. Hopefully, I've seen that come August after Madden's release, they're supposed to be fixing the deep third zones where the free safety won't like glitch out and go help the sideline zones. So hopefully that will make zone a little bit better, or at least runnable. Um, right here, he misses a wide open receiver. Very thankful that he overthrew that. That's 100% a positive thing. And he comes back on 4th and 10. And I'm kind of shocked that he's going for it on 4th and 10 with this field position anyway. At this point in the game, just because like he hasn't really been able to stop me, so it's kind of ironic to me that he would go for it. But we get the computer pick. We run the quarterback sprint out and just get the ball out quick to the outside. Let the receiver run with it. And still in bunch, guys. I haven't left bunch this game so far. Unfortunately, this game, as I'm sure you can tell by the time, gets kind of cut short. But I mean, fuck it. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'm just late, guys. It's fucking late. I'm tired. The kid beat me in the ground today. I don't really even want to do this commentary, but I've sat on this video for like 4 days. So in any event, still run a bunch. Guys had a little error in judgment there, bad throw or whatever. But he, like I said, he hasn't really stopped the offense. I mean, he's made little plays here or there. So hopefully we can get it going and get in the end zone. You see I'm mixing in the running back motion. I've been doing that even when he's not on a route. Good sack there by him. Sent the edge pressure off the trip side. I've been doing that even when he's not on a route. So, I mean, that's been good. He's pressing a lot more now, too, so I switched to the strong solo. package, which is going to put Marquise Wilson over on the left side by himself. And here you can see we get the backed off read, so I put him on a curl. No shame in it whatsoever. Put him on that curl route and just go ahead and fire it to him outside shoulder. And the corner is backed off too far, and a 3rd and 16 gets converted. So very easy read, guys. I mean, you typically see the corners backed off if they're playing cover 3 or cover 1 or cover 0. Cover 0, you're going to see the safeties in the box also, though. So, those are your reads there, and I mean, pretty much doesn't matter. They're never going to really get to that curl unless they use it. So he's back on offense now, down 21-14, and we're trying to do what we can do. One thing that we've noticed is that he really likes those corners. So when I see him in this trips formation, I went ahead and I lurked that corner, and we went ahead and got the user pick. So we're back on offense, and again, guys, he's just not really doing a great job. Right there was an amazing catch that was all CPU also. There was no user involved in that. All CPU with the dive catch. And I think it's disgusting, really, that like the computer makes plays like that for you in this game. But, I mean, fuck it, it is what it is. We'll deal with it and enjoy it when it happens for us. But as you can see, we get down there inside. Great catch by the computer. We still have Wilson out there on the solo side. And I don't even really remember what we do here. Oh, we run corner strike and overthrow it. He was wide open again, though. Unfortunately, Tool couldn't get the ball there because he's a fucking tool. Piece of shit. That quarterback gets me so angry, man. I've played with Washington State like quite a few of my ranked games. I've lost with them. I had one kid put up 83 points on me with Utah. That was rough. That was a rough game. Didn't sleep very well that night. And you can see we throw the backside shoulder throw to the curl again. And then this is where EA just decides they just don't want me to play anymore and disconnect me out of this game like I've been disconnected out of so many others. So for what you've seen of the game, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, check out www.maddenstudents.com for more tips, tricks, strategies, and more. Thanks, guys. Peace.